So you're almost 40 years old and still not married. Everyone else seems to have it figured out because for some reason it's easy, or it seems to be easy for them to find the person they want to be with, to match up with that person, to actually get married and settle down. But for you, it has not been that simple. And the voice that's starting to appear in your head now is this just not going to happen for me? Like, am I not going to find love and marriage and create a family like I have always dreamed about? This is the voice that so many women hear in their heads, but they don't say it out loud. And it's one of the most painful things you can be feeling, especially at this point in your life, when you feel like you might miss out on the life you have always dreamed of. So I want to speak directly to you. If you are a woman who is successful, has built a career, has a full life, you have friendships, you have probably traveled, you've done things that feel really full and amazing, and yet this one area of your life, love, relationship, finding the right person, matching up and settling down, that has still not happened for you. And it feels like such a missing, glaring piece, because the reality is you do have a full life, but it's not going to feel fully complete until you are sharing your life with someone. And it can't just be anyone. It has to be someone that you feel fully met by, matched by, seen. It has to be the right person. There can be a lot of shame that we feel when we start to get older and still not have found the one, or still haven't gotten married. There's shame in terms of what you imagine other people might be thinking. But what's even worse is the shame we kind of turn on ourselves, because we start thinking, what's wrong with me? Why is this so hard for me? Why can't I find the right person? Like, I thought this would just happen and it's not happening. Is something wrong with me? Here's what I want to say to you, and I say this as someone who was in your position just a few years ago. As hard as it may be to believe it from me, someone you don't know, but the truth is you're not behind, you're not broken, and nothing is wrong with you. The reality is many of us are carrying secret fears that are completely shaping our reality in love. These fears are things like, is something wrong with me that this is so hard for me? Or is it just not going to happen for me? These fears don't mean there's anything wrong with you. They just mean you are human. But the other reality is those fears also sit in the background of you and your life, and they quietly inform and even block the thing that you want the most. This is exactly why I created a free ebook I'd love to give you now, called The Real Reason Love Hasn't Happened Yet, and the 3 shifts to create lasting love. In this ebook, I share with you the 3 shifts I personally made to go from that fear of what if it never happens for me to engaged and married in under a year. If you want a copy of this ebook, just type now in the comments below and I'll link it to you right away. So when I was in this very place, I used to lay in bed and think about, what if I never actually get married? Or what if I don't get to have the family that I have always dreamed about? And just to be clear, I really hated when I heard people say, just trust your timing. Because honestly, that felt so terrifying. Like, what do you mean trust my timing? My time is running out. I'm 40 years old. Like, the door could actually close for me. So what shifted for me was not pretending that those fears didn't exist. It was finally learning how to hold those fears differently and not letting them define who I was. I had to realize that just because I'm scared this might not happen, it doesn't mean it's not possible for me. And that's when things started to change for me, because I wasn't forcing myself to not be afraid. That didn't even feel possible. Or I wasn't forcing myself into alignment, but I started relating to myself in a new way, in a way where I was holding myself, showing up for myself, and loving myself through it all. So I want you to know that if you're almost 40 years old and you have these fears spinning around in your head as well, what if it doesn't happen for me? What if I don't actually get married and start a family and build my life with someone? Please hear me on this. This is not the end of your story, not even close. The fact that you still desire love, family, marriage, the whole package, that means it's possible for you. And I actually believe it means it's meant for you. The real change is going to come when you start believing that for yourself. If this spoke to you, please download my new ebook, The Real Reason Love Hasn't Happened Yet, and the 3 Shifts to Create Lasting Love by typing now in the comments below. Thank you so much for being here with me in this video. I'll see you soon.